Hello, everyone. Zalith, soon. Yes, soon. Well, now. How you doing? What have you been up to today? Well, now you're in two spots at one time. How are you doing that? Cool. All right. What, right now or because if you're at school, you might want to just add me as sound only. Two tabs. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, do take care. And if you need to, just turn me off and just go to bed and have some rest, right? Well, I'm glad you're here. Well, I'm not glad you're sick, but I'm glad you're here. It is okay? All right. Just listen to your elders and grab some water and just relax. All right. Well, we've made a few changes, as always. Seems like it's a theme on my side. I have a different type of lighting. Hopes it looks awesome. Personally, I think I like it quite a lot. And excuse me. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure what that was, but it seems like it hit at least 5 of my throats at the same time. That's kind of. All right, sorry. Yeah. Well, few changes. Not going to stick to it for too long. I hope everything looks great and sounds great. That last part is important because I've made adjustments again. Yes. Oof. I don't know. Every now and then, there seems to be this invisible fly that just goes straight for my gullet and just, I don't know. Actually, that kind of reminds me. I'm going to categorize this story. It's going to be a short one, but I'm going to categorize in be aware because there's some details that some people might find worrying. I'm not going to get too much into detail. What happened was I was going to the golf course. I used to be a golfer. And I was taking my bike. I had my bag on my backpack. I was quite sweaty. And I was going down this road quite fast. I'm kind of like halfway to the golf course out of nowhere. A butterfly decided to show up in front of me, like straight up in front of me. But not only that, it decided that, hey, you know what? I kind of like that mouth of yours. So it just went straight into my mouth, and I had a butterfly in my mouth. I recoiled in horror because I was so afraid to do anything at all. High speeds, the wind was blowing. I was like, how the hell am I getting this out? And it all happened like a second. It felt like an eternity. I'm never going to forget this. Well, it's, yeah, going from fly to butterfly is horrendous. Don't do it. I cannot recommend trying that out. Right. Well, let's move away from disgusting topics for a while. What else can we actually talk about today? It kind of feels like I only have myself to talk about. But you find that interesting, Zalith? Like the butterfly thing or something else? I'm not sure if I can agree with you that butterfly in mouth is interesting. All right. Yes, please, please. Yeah, I'm curious. Is this the animated version or just like a... don't worry about that. I mean, as artists, we are our worst critics, right? So I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it. I don't people don't join my streams right now, but if you want to send me a link, like a Google Drive stuff or something, yeah. Mostly, I'm not accepting people on my stream right now, not as like gatekeeping, but more of I'm not comfortable right now with having people join me on stream. But please send me a link and I'll definitely have a look at it. And if you want to say something about it, you can do it in chat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can do that way. Absolutely. You comfortable with me showing on my screen or you just want me to have it on my second monitor? Also, I'm going to turn off sounds. I'm not going to have sounds, so you can't really tell me though. I don't care. Okay, let's see. You're on Twitch, right? I know you have an account, so let's... All right, and actually, I might not show because I do have my own personal stuff going on. So I'm just going to have you on the side and we can just talk about it. All right, so show me what you got. All right. Do you have like an animation from the back grabbing the lever and then go for the bulb head? Yeah. Seems solid to me. Oh, it's blocking? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I didn't see the hands moving, so it's kind of made sense that you were just blocking in the animation. I feel like it's a solid start. Oh, am I actually watching a rerun? Well, dumb me. Sorry, man. I'm starting stream now. Sorry. I was just watching this kind of thing. It's like blocking thing, and it's like, yeah, makes sense. Nothing wrong with this. Okay, please go ahead. All right, I'm just going to refresh to see. All right. So while you're setting up, oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. Don't see any problem with that. I mean, last time we talked, that was Saturday, right? So for what would be Sunday, Monday, and I guess maybe you added a few hours today. So I'd say for 2 days work. Plus, you're ill, you're sick, so you might have had enough time. I think you're doing great. Yeah. So don't be too hard on yourself. Oh, if that was an hour's work, man, you're fine. You're doing great. I mean, give it another hour, what's it going to look like then, huh? Yeah, exactly. And that's a big point. You didn't work on it much, and it looks like that now. For in just an hour, you're doing great. Keep it up. No worries. It's always fun to see people make progress and work on stuff. And that's the thing, like going back a few steps about being our worst critics, right? Now I get to work. Thank you. Well, it's fine. It's the first initial half an hour or so is usually just chat, so you're fine. And it's kind of the fun part too. Oh, hello everyone. It's a raid. Awesome. Ghost, how you doing? How's your stream? I did catch a little bit of it. How did it go? Did you finish the things you were working on? And thank you for the raid and everyone. Thank you for coming here. You're all welcome. Quack, how you doing? Glad to see you. We're just talking to Zalith, who's a new follower from a few days ago. He came from YouTube, so give him a warm applause. He actually created a Twitch account just for us to have a little chat. I was going into being critical of yourself, right? And that we are our worst enemies. It went good, and I was working on save stuff from my game. Yeah, I saw you mention that a little bit. And you made some progress, right? You were working on just a regular save, but also stats, right? Status stuff, right? Right. I just kind of got off here. All right. So focus. Being critical. Let's just do a short version of it. And pretty much, we are our worst critics, right? And I think that we need to turn it down and keep it to more of a gentle tone with ourselves. I guess that's kind of it, really. That's probably the worst way I can explain it. But I was kind of caught off guard, but in the best way possible. I'm glad everyone's here. We are working on some Blender stuff today. We're always our worst enemy, yes. I mean, the thing is, we are the ones that know the worst button to push in order to hurt ourselves, right? We know all the weaknesses. That's kind of horrific, really, if you think about it. So be kind to yourself. I had one, I can't remember if it was on YouTube or a friend of mine. My life tends to kind of blend in with online stuff. They said something along the lines of, if you can't say it to your best friend, don't say it to yourself. That's kind of their critique to me, being critical to myself. It's like, dude, if you can't say it to your best friend, don't say it to yourself. That was kind of their big opus moments, like big, like mind-blowing thing. I like, oh, wow, yeah, that makes sense. But that's kind of my thing right now. If I can't say it to my friend, I'm not going to say it to myself. Although I do tend to cheat a bit. I'm really critical still. Oh, you like that one? Yeah. It's kind of one of the things I follow, my personal life. Yep, I'm going to go with that one. All right. Well, all right. I think that I would like to show a few things now that I have a few more people in chat. And that is, we are working, me and a few friends are working on a game, which is kind of new to us. Making games is not new, but the game itself, we've been kind of working the idea on paper, but now it's time for us to get it done. And we've made progress. And I'd like to show while we still have people here. And it's a game about keeping track and organizing a gym. But it's also humor in it. We don't want the regular, here's a customer, just give them the equipment they want and take a price for their admission. No, what we want is some humor, and we want to make fun in a good way, because I'm personally part of that world of working out and things like that. So it's kind of dig on myself too. But we want to make fun of the stereotypes. We want to make fun of the buff, the meatheads, the no-neckers. We also want to make fun of the Karens, the I'm here for the Pizza Friday type of guys or girls, whatever we want to call them. And that is where we're at with this game, what we want to do with it. And as you can see from my screen, we don't have much yet, but we do have some functionality to it. And one of the things I love about this is the characters my teammate shows. Unfortunately, they are not going to be the final characters, but it gives us a reference. So you can see these small AI guys walking in. They're looking for equipment. So kind of like, okay, there's nothing here for now. So they leave. So let's give them something to work on or work with. So for the workout part, it's still not there, but we can do this, is that we press G and we can start placing, for now, just one equipment, but we can do it quite easy, like this. And this is my friend, a coder, actually, that's my brother who did this. He's a coder, and he did this in like a week and a half or something like that between jobs, so I'm quite impressed with what he's made so far. And at the same time, what we can do, while in the G mode, let's call it the G mode, we can start pressing sides, and all of a sudden we get a bit bigger gym. And this is going to be paywalled, not with real money, but in-game stuff. So you're not going to be able to extend your gym this fast. Kind of like Supermarket Simulator type of thing. You grow in level, you get more money, press a button, and all of a sudden you have a slightly larger gym, or in Supermarket's case, a slightly larger grocery store. And that's where we are. And what we're going to do today is add more stuff to it, more workout machines. We've done it through a gym or a few streams by now. So yeah, we can go to the asset zoo, which is this. This is what we have so far. We grabbed a package online. It had a few good stuff in it and a few less good stuff. So I had to remodel a few things, but we got a bit to it. We got a few assets in. That's where we are with this. And we're going to continue working on this for the foreseeable months until it's done. And I hope people will like it because I think it's a good idea. Whether or not I was able to explain it in a proper way, well, that goes to see. We'll see. We'll see. Now I'm just rambling. 1 second. Well, thank you, Gus. Thank you. At least, hopefully, something coherent came out of my mouth there. All right. Well, it is something that's close to my personal life, right? The idea of hypertrophy and fat versus lean and everything like that. I'm kind of digging that world. Not that I'm super pedantic with my personal body looks. I do have some flab on my side, quite a bit actually. I just love the idea of, hey, you can optimize things, you can live life this way, but you don't want to burn out, so have a chocolate every now and then, right? And of course, the best part about working out, and some may agree with me, and that is the pump. You gotta love the pump. And if you don't know what the pump is, it is when you worked out so hard, your muscles start to actually pump. They feel like there's so much blood in them, and you feel strong. You're kind of tired because you worked out, but at the same time, you feel like your muscles are as big as a moose's muscles. I don't know. It feels great, which might not feel appealing to everyone, but for me, I like the feeling. Although not being a moose, we can ignore that part. So yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm going to ask every now and then. I'm going to ask chat. Maybe not today because we haven't really got that part yet. I'm going to ask about few stereotypes, what you think is fun about that kind of world. Can try out a few of our, I don't know what to call them, but funny quotes, funny achievements. Do a chat things and get some more feedback into it. So hopefully we get something fun going for, like, I think we're expecting it to be done, or a deadline at least, is in, well, it's actually summer next year because we want to show this off at a con here in Gothenburg. And hopefully we can get it done. Quite some time left, and we're making such a good progress. So I'm confident. I'm confident. We do all of us have jobs on the side, so it's one of these times where you can only have maybe 2 hours a day at most. The progress could be slow, and it will likely slow down as we get into more advanced parts of the project. Right. Let's see. There we go. Awesome. Oh yeah. Gothenburg is pretty. Have you been here, Zalith? Because it is pretty. It actually is. Yeah. It's one of those cities where it's a coastal city. We have old buildings. We have new buildings. Well, for Sweden, the scale of Sweden at least, it is a huge city for us here in Sweden. But compared to Stockholm, still small. And yes, Stockholm is by area larger than Gothenburg. There's something else about it. Is the atmosphere. The atmosphere doesn't feel like a big city. Although, yes, it should be qualified as one. Because I think we have 500,000 people in it. And for the world, small populations thing, but considering 500,000 people will be 5%, I think, roughly, give or take a few percentage of Swedish population. So it is a big place. Oh, you looked it up? Okay. Okay, so here's the one you want to look up. Okay. Just give me a second. I need to remember the name of it. I think it's this. let's see. So what we have here is in Gothenburg. Well, it's a Swedish old right ship. Is that what we call it? I'm not sure what to call it in English. It's an old ship with sails and everything, and it's the restoration, and it's really cool because we celebrated 400 years as a city not too long ago. And this is what came into port that day. Just 1 second. And I see you, Cobbler. How you doing? How you day been? Done anything fun? All right. I just need to click the right stuff. Now we're going there. Okay, there we go. This thing came into harbor, and it took like an hour for it to actually sailing, but it's a functional ship, and people are on board of this ship and sailing around the world. I think it's gone to the south coast of Africa, which will be Johannesburg, right? That's the name of the city, at least in South Africa. Doing great. Hope you well. Yes, I am well. I'm really good. And it's a chill day for you. That's awesome. We do need some chill days. So yeah, it's wow. Yes, it is wow. I think it's really cool. I love these type of things. And if you're in Sweden and if you haven't been or you're planning on going to Sweden, I highly recommend, of course, Stockholm is a good place to stop because they have a museum for a ship called Vasa. Vasa was one of these events in Swedish history that we're kind of proud of, but at the same time, it's an embarrassing story. Because the king at that time, I don't remember his name now, but the king decided that we needed the biggest ship. We needed all the cannons. We need all the gold, all the glitter, everything. It needs to be intimidating, but at the same time, flaunting the power, right? Typical royal stuff or royal stuff. Let's keep it. I'm trying to say another word, but you just won't come out. But the story ends with the ship sinking 400 meters away from the harbor, which in yards would be, 1,200, something like that. So its virgin trip ended in less than 20 minutes or very short. And it stayed on the bottom for 400 years until 1970-ish sometime, where we dug it up, placed it in the museum, and then, you can go watch it. You can go see it. It's really cool. Unfortunately, though, I think it's actually breaking down because of bacteria, I guess, and what else is it? I guess there's nothing around it anymore that can protect it, so it's slowly dying, if that's the correct term for a dead thing. But yeah, we're trying to restore it, trying to keep it alive. So if you have the chance, I highly recommend see it. And of course, you have other things in Sweden you absolutely would love to see. But I think that's for another time. I think, and I'd really like to get into the modeling parts. And we are working on this bicycle. It's not even a proper term, is it? I'll probably do that a few more times, just throwing out words that means nothing. No, it's this workout machine. And we're going to have to remodel it quite a bit because I think in the last stream, I gave some feedback and some chatters gave some feedback that it doesn't feel like the bike actually is connected to the ground. And it's just this small part where you can actually see inside. So there's some work to be done with it. And this is not mine. I'm just going to throw that out there. Although I would own it if it was mine, but it isn't. It's something we got online. So there's a few things we want to add and update to it. And that's where we are. So with that said, I'm going to open my references. I need my references. Let's see. Let's go with this one. So this is what we're kind of wanting to integrate into this design. We're going to make it leaner. We're going to remove or add this big body to it instead. We can start at that point. And should I save this part? Actually, no. I think I want to go all in and remove model it from scratch. Let's remove. I think we can go all in and just remove everything. There we go. Do I want to add the reference in the background? I think I do. Let's see. Go to this side. And over the reference, I believe. Where did I save this image though? That's another question. Hopefully in projects. No, not that one. That's not the right one. I don't know. I do not know. Should have said it. All right. We don't have it, so we'll get by somehow. I'm going to flip it, though. I don't need to flip it. We can just go this way. There we go. So, I'm going to need a cube. We're going to make the initial block out. And down. Just like this part is slightly out. Okay. A nice seeing you, Salith. Then have a good day. Take care, though, and make sure you get some water. That will help with the illness. All right? Have a good day. All right. Let's add a cylinder. Do it this way. Perhaps 64 is overkill. I think we're fine though, but who knows? Gonna have to make it slightly thicker than usual because of the distance in game. So let's see. Do I want to? There's a bevel, but I'm considering beveling the other parts first, which is the main shape. Round them out. How's the game going? We're making progress. You might have not been here because I showed it off a bit earlier, and I do like to show it again because we're making progress. So we're going to do a quick return. So I think the last time, yeah. So the last time we had a area where the bots just spawned in, right? I think that's where we left off last time. But now we do have, if I'd shown this before to you, Cobbler, or anyone else, that you just have to go from the start. We can do all of these things, AI react to it, so they would go around it and everything like that. But now we also have the option to expand. And I think that's it, really, for now. Which may not seem like much, but for us, considering the time we have, I think this is really good progress. Oh, you like it? Awesome. I'm glad you do. this is not going to be, the option isn't going to be open to the player initially. You're going to have to unlock it as you go along, but we'll see. For now, it's just a proof of concept. It's just all of those early stuff. So those are the progress we made, and you saw the assets. So we've have all these assets, and I think you saw most of them last time we were here, Calder. But yeah, we have these, and they are all going to be included at some point. But now we need more cardio stuff. I think we have too much of the weightlifting kind. And I think I need to make sure scale is correct. Otherwise, levels will not work properly. Something like that. I'm just going kind of by this because I feel like there's no need to be super proper or accurate, whatever. Maybe it's better word. Then we want a bevel. Let's see if I can remember this. I need the 60 degree, which is Control Shift click. That looks horrendous. Guess what I have? Ooh. I'm stumped. What do you have, Cobbler? A new tip? Okay. All right. Please do. What's up? The bottom part, though. Hold up. All right. I'm waiting. Yeah. I think that's a good start. I was not meant to do that, Bart. I'm waiting. This over here. So we do have some rotations. We're going to remove that. Let's see. Go. Let's move this in a bit. Skip this on. I need some more speed. So we need to move this in. Guess about that. That was not correct. There we go. All right. So next, I'm gonna have to do some mirroring. Do. Oh, probably didn't need that mirror, but, or sorry, the empty one. There we go. Wondering where that went. Oh, that's good. I think that's a good start. There we go. So how do I create that part? Looks like the easiest way would be to... Which one's forward, by the way? Let's go with this. We're going back a bit. Same with this part. Got incoming ads. Give it a minute. And I'm trying something new now. So it's going to be 2-minute ads, but every 40 minutes instead of every 30. But no progress will be done once the ad starts. I'm going to stop and just do something else. What's going on? That's not what's going to need to happen. What's going on? How about this? It's not even working. All right. Got some ads. All right. So while we're waiting, do we have anyone in chat who can share something fun? I feel like I don't want to talk about myself too much. Although, if that's what people want, I'm really comfortable doing it, but we'll see. All right. The cobbler. You're sharing something. Let's look at it. Touch a line. Ooh, that is nice. That is nice. Let's show this online or on stream. Is that all? Oh, well, it might sound like I'm just kind of critical, but is that all it does? Kind of my thing. Okay. I mean, it's amazing tool. I might get this. But we're going to do it after stream. So I'm going to have to save this part. Let's see. 1 second. Go. It's saved. And let's see. What is this? Machine tool can do this too, but I think this one is easier. And we do have machine tool. Sound isn't coming through. No, it shouldn't. I don't pay for premium in YouTube on this account, so it will not show up. Well, I do get some ads, which is fun. The irony, right? I'm showing ads and I'm getting ads. All right. Exactly, yeah. Of course, there's so many options in the mesh or the machine tool stuff. I really need to look into them because I do have that add-on. Not sure why I'm not using it. Oh, there you go. Yeah. What else does this have? Awesome. Oh, it's only 2 minutes, so we can watch the entire thing. All right. Let's do it this way. Because this is kind of what I was trying to do. The last stream of the stream before that was the phase alignment option didn't work we expected, so it was kind of like, what's going on? But this one is just select 2 of these. I'm assuming you're selecting the one you want to rotate, and then you select an active one, which is the source of the rotation. And I'm guessing that's going to snap. Wow. Yeah. You have to love people who does these tools. And most of them are actually offering it for free. It's insane. Over the years, mostly because I'm more stable financially than before, is that I'm starting to feel like, you know what, let's just give people money. I don't have to like kind of smooch off them is the wrong word, but I do want to give back because they are doing some really cool stuff. The other item can do face snap. So you're thinking or saying that mesh tool or machine tool doesn't have face snap, but the other one we looked at does, the align something. Okay. If that is true, yeah, then that's a tool, that's a plus for the other tool. But then again, mesh machine is just all the stuff it can do. I think this thing right here, this pi thing, I don't have to click on thing. That is machine tool. So instead of the usual Control S stuff, you can get a lot more options. You have all your export and import stuff. Not sure why. I'm never using these parts. But then you have a pen, which is really useful. If you have something from another scene, you want to get into this scene, you can grab a collection from another scene, and everything in that collection will come into this scene. So I like that. But yeah, add-ons and plugins are your friend. Don't worry about them. Find whatever you need and just go nuts. Can I? All right, something's going on. Why is it? I want to do an inset. Why aren't you allowing me to do an inset? I think I know, actually. If I do face, press I, then press B. Nope, that's not it. Boundary is off. What's going on? Why are you doing this? Oh yeah, pi menus are really cool stuff. Okay, so I think a good idea for your channel redeem, you can add video tip to redeem or something like that, so you can redeem for you to watch it. Okay. Sure. If people find that interesting and willing to use their redeems for it, absolutely. I'm here to serve. But yeah, I'll think about that because that is kind of a good idea. And also, Cobbler, you can see my stream bot is working. I'm kind of happy with that. Why is it working now? Why is the inset working now? I'm not complaining. Well, I am, but what's going on? Sometimes 3D. This needs to be, it was slightly moved up. I just eyeball the rest. I managed to make it work. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Cobbler. I have no idea. Genuinely, I have absolutely no idea. It might be, and I think you were the one who mentioned this, it might be that I didn't have the bot activated. Hello, super cool guy. I'm a YouTuber. Well, welcome, YouTuber. How you doing? How your day been? Glad someone's joining us over on YouTube. You had a similar problem, Color? I think, in the end, I think there was just that. And there was another thing I did. I can't remember now. But it had to do with the authorization. So, yeah. The super cool guy, what am I making? So, I'm working on a game. And right now, I'm working on the gym equipment that needs to be in this game. So we're borrowing some references from another project or the package that we bought online. Well, it was a free one. And we're making some modification to it. And there might be a few people didn't see this. So I'm going to show it one more time, which I love to do. I just don't want to be too repetitive because I've shown it a few times now. Is that in Unreal, we have, first of all, what we've done so far, which is this small asset pack. We adapted and updated a few assets. Then we have our very rough prototype. And it's going to be this autographic simulator where you take care of your gym. You make sure you get money. You make sure people are happy. So stereotypes going on though. So you will see, not now, but in the future, you will see people be the typical musclehead, the typical, I don't want to work out, but I'm here either way because I have to pay. It's January, so I need to buy a gym membership. Yeah, exactly. So what the game is a, I mean, we're kind of on the trend of the supermarket sim stuff, the game dev tycoon game. So it's a lot of inspiration is taken from those types of game. We want to add that twist of having that stereotype, making fun of stereotypes. We got this from our own life experience, right? I'm way into lifting weights and things like that. So this is part of I like this. I like talking about this stuff and making fun of it a bit because it is insane in some cases. But yeah, we do have some options. For now, it's placing of one equipment. We can see the AI is reacting to it, which is nice. And then you have options to expand. And it's seamless kind of thing. I'm really impressed by our coder that he managed to do this in less than a week. And it works nice. It just flows all blueprints. So technically he's a coder, but he's using blueprints. And that's it. That's what we have. And I might stop showing off the game every stream. Not because I don't want to, but mostly because the progress is probably going to be a lot slower moving forward. So we're going to have maybe once a week instead. Put a picture where no one can see in it. Oh, you're talking about a unreachable Easter egg or something like that? Who knows? Might be something going on. I had a old classmate back in school. She insisted, I mean, seriously insisted. We were kind of trying to talk her down into it, but she wanted to add a donut to every game we made in school. So she had this idea, and we found these donuts every now and then. It's like, why is there a donut here? We're making a bloody first-person shooter, and you're adding donuts. So who knows? Easter eggs are likely going to be a thing. Only cheaters can see it. Oh, it might be some anti-cheat stuff. That could be fun. What was that game? That kind of makes me think of a game where what they did is when someone pirated the game, they were greeted by a pirate in game. Not only a voice, I think, like the ARG. If you're going to pirate, do this, like type of thing. That could be fun. I have no idea how to do it, but it could be fun. So yeah, we're making progress, and it's one of the few projects I'm actually really, really hyped over. It's been a while. Let's see. But please, ideas, make them, just have them come. Have them come. That's the worst sentence I've ever made. No, I love more feedback, more ideas. It's just fun to talk about. Make the picture Star Wars. What's the name of that big fat thing? Star Wars. Boba Fett? Is that his name? I'm probably mixing them up, but that could be fun. Like a before and after picture of Boba Fett. Ooh, Cobbler. I'm not a Star World fan. Ooh, that's almost worse than saying you love Star Trek and you talk about all the lightsabers. That's almost the worst. Boba Fett, yes. That's the one. I should remember that. And I'm going to do a word association. If you remove the T from Fett, you say Fet, which is Swedish pronunciation, but it means fat. Like you're a fat person. Well, I guess it could mean fat too, like in the thing around your waist. So that could be a thing. The big guy, the fat guy, the fat guy. There you go. I said world instead of war. That in evidence. Well, that or you're trolling, Cobbler. And I'm not sure about you. You've done it before, the trolling part. So I don't know. But yes, if that is your image of Star Wars, then you're not much of a Star Wars fan, I guess. All right, so let's bevel this part. Is it? Yes, it is. How much though? I don't know. I'm not much of a hard surface modeler, but one tip I heard is you kind of want to keep the bevels, those types of details, passed on to various parts of your asset. And this might be something. Okay, what? What's that? The thing that are we still in Star Wars? I don't think I have something with balls in it in my scene right now. It's a drink. What's that thing? Oh, you're referring to tea. It's not oolong tea, but it's what's the name of it? It's not bubble tea, is it? Now I'm stumped. I should know this. Not because I'm a big fan, but it is such a usual or like a popular drink nowadays, or at least it used to be. The name of it. Now you have me Googling. That's the dumbest search thing I've ever looked for, I think. Ah. Have I killed a joke here? Super cool. I think I might have. Baba tea. Is it? This is Baba tea. God dang it. Such a professional. I like their theme, but I'm not well known of their story. The story is the best part, Cobbler. At least, and I don't think this is controversial, but I think the least, if you look at the first 3 episodes, which is technically 4, 5, and 6, that's just a big space opera. It's kind of cool. Good story. Then I'm not so familiar with the last 3, apart from what the YouTube and everything has thrown around about conspiracy theories and everything like that. But the first 3 episodes, which is technically the 5, 6, it's kind of confusing. The prequels to the originals, those are pretty good. Not the best, but they're good. So yeah, that's me trying to tell you, Cobbler, you should watch it. I think Star Wars is worth watching. All right. I think that is The super cool guy, if you're still here with us, what is it that you do on YouTube? Are you also into game design or 3D modeling, or is it something else? I'm curious. Are you going to put the picture there? And referring to the bubble tea picture in the game? Is that what you're thinking of? Yeah, I might. It could definitely go to the idea pile. Could be good. What you do. Got to think of it. Yeah, okay. Go for it. We need to bevel this one. Mostly stop motion. Hello, that is cool. And you put and you upload everything to YouTube or some of your work? I don't know if I like that part. Do that again. Because me as a ignorant individual when it comes to stop motion, Wallace and Gromit, is that their name? Or Kermit? No, Gromit, right? That's stop motion, isn't it? Old stop motion. I think this is a good start. All right, Cobbler, I think we're going to try that mesh tool thing. I just need to a quick refresher. Yay, yeah. All right, so what I need is to figure out what the name of the thing he activated in preferences. There we go. Okay, so what did you launch? Do I need to hear what he's saying? I might. And again, I do hope it's not coming through the stream. All right, so apparently it's called Align Pi. Let's see what we can get from that. So, preferences. And mesh. So the question is though, how do I use it? Edit mesh UVs. Is there a way for me to see? I kind of want to see where I can find these options once I've tried them, right? Go to key map tab. Okay, this part, all right. It's hiding somewhere in this part. No, on the same side. Okay, add-ons. Oh, this part. Okay. Got it. Align Pi. Here we go. Alt A. What else do I have on Alt-A, or used to have? I'm trying to remember. Although this part, by the way, UV editor aligning UVs, that's going to be a big one. In edit mode, yeah, exactly. I'm just thinking, because I'm pretty sure Alt-A is used for something else. That might be in object mode, so we might be fine. What I want to try is, okay, so let's just create a mesh cube, scale it down. So the idea would then be to probably, what? Oh, don't click on everything. There's no need for that. So if I do this, I need to have that selected. Do they need to be, I'm clicking everything right now. Okay. Line. No. That didn't work. Why not? Oh. Align one more object to the edge, active mode. Snap object to edge by proximity, all right? Snap object to edge by midpoint, okay? What's up, Super? What's going on? Got a question? That didn't work the way I expected it to. Okay, that's a snapping, but I kind of wanted to rotate too. So what's going on? Why isn't it aligning? Maybe select the top edge. We can try that. Try that. So, right, I need these two selected. Let's see. So I need that part and this part. Alt-A. Not aligning though. So super cool. I can see chat. So please put it in one sentence rather than one word per message next time. It's easier for me to read if it's all in one. Can you also put your picture of my channel there, please? In the game or just on stream? If you have a channel you kind of want me to have a look at, I might do that. And I might suggest to chat, but I need to see it first. In the game, I'm not going to put anything related to YouTube in the game from myself or anyone else because it's not my personal project. It's a team project and I want to respect their opinions and what they want with the game. Cobbler, then you need the other add-on if you want to snap it to the face. Yeah, might be. It might be another option because I think it does it in the... It kind of does. But let's try it the old-fashioned way, which is Let's do face center. Align to target. Let's not do it in. There we go. That works. That works. We're back. Or actually, we're not, because it's not meant to be that way. It's meant to be this way. And it's not the entire world if it's not perfectly aligned. I need to set up a Discord. Yes. And I'm on it. I promise you, I'm working on it. It's just all of the other things that's happening right now is kind of putting most of my things on hold. But yeah, I should, definitely. You're asking a lot from me, or you want to ask a lot of questions? Is that... Let's... Because questions are never bad. In my opinion. Both. Yeah, but it's perfectly fine. In fact, I encourage it. Ask away. Yes, but I will definitely look into a Discord soon. I'm realizing it's probably one of the things I'm missing the most right now. Why are you, yeah. Right. I forgot. The align tool. Slightly back. Oh, that is not wide enough. Don't think we need to project. We need to do that. There we go. Perfect. Taking a few detours, but we're getting there. Let's see. I think that would be great. Maybe not in front. It's not the entire world. Might have to increase this width though, because it feels a bit shallow. If you have smart verts active in machine tools, you can snap align verts quick with Alt A. All right, just let me fix this one and we can try it out. Here we go. Okay, so save. All right, let's go. What are your instructions? So we need to go, I assume we need to go back to preferences then. And we need to find what you call, or it's called smart verts. I do a smart edge. Is there a smart vert somewhere? Oh, sorry, that's not the right one. Smart verts. There we go. Connecting and sliding. You know what? Let's just activate smart face too while we're at it. Seems like a good idea. And let's test add this cube. It's a vert snap, you say. Let's just try one of these. Let's try them all. Don't need you. So this is Alt A. I'm not sure what these means. Oh. Oh, so it's snapped to that part. Oh, that's not really a dumb thing, actually. Then I can snap to the top, I guess. You will see a pop when you pick direction. So I assume you're then referring to this, right? So if I pick, let's do left, then it jumps to the left, which is not dumb. I don't like it. These two, though, doesn't seem to work. I do get some options down here. Cursor, I like that. So then I can snap the cursor to the surface of an object, and I can snap it to that. That's kind of nice. Yeah, I like that. The snapping to left, this is easy. This is a very simple example, though, but it could be nice in more advanced parts. But if I wanted to do this on this cube, I would just hold down G and just drag it, right? Feel there's less buttons, but I would also have to have this one activated, so I don't always do that or have that activated. So that might be good. We're a few minutes away from the next ad, too. All right. Yeah, exactly. Align it with if it's off a bit. Yeah, that's true. Otherwise, I would just probably have to go. What I would probably do if I had, let's say this one is off. I don't know, like this. It could probably be worse. Let's even add Z-axis. What I would do if I wanted to go back, the original way would be G, hold down, Shift Z, so I can't snap it in Z. Then I would kind of guess try and align to this part. I don't have the proper probably that way, and then I would likely go another step with the Z this time and snap it to that part. Feels clunky when I can probably just go like this, top, and then right, or no, left. I can't. I'm gonna have to learn. No, that's left. That's right. So which direction would that be then? I'm not sure how that will work. All right. Either way, I think that could be a useful tool. Use the top. I think I should use these instead, like that. Oh. That could probably work. It's not, I don't think it's perfect, but no, it is. It's dead on. All right, cool. Yep. That's a new tool. Awesome. Trying to figure out, is this rounded, like a perfectly round cylinder, or is it a rounded tube? Rectangle, I guess, because it's quite long. don't know. I'm just going to go with a rounded cube. And let's go face. Yes, something like this. Learning a tool every stream. Yeah, I am. So far, we are dead on. Actually, this is a perfect time to use it, I think. Because what I can do now is Alt-A. That option isn't there. Let's do top. I'll select cursor. There we go. Perfect. Mount. Hello. Oh, because I didn't do it that way. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. What I need to do is change to normal. There we go. That feels good enough. We have ads in 5 seconds according to Twitch. We'll see, because it hasn't really shown correct so far. Oh, wait, is that the 1 minute warning? That it? That it warns me that it's a minute left. But that doesn't make sense because it's telling me, ticking down from a minute. Is it to warn me that it's a minute left? That makes no sense, does it? I need to check this. What is the... I think it's in advanced. Maybe not. Oh, well. It will happen whether or not I'm controlling it or not. So let's just wait. There you go. Now it tells me ads are in progress, but that is likely a minute off. I should definitely create, I mentioned this last time, I should definitely create a theme for ads. It shows up. I did see a cool YouTube short where, let's see, where they showed me how to do this cool combination where you combine the text and a cool UI for things like alerts and everything. I've never done it before. I've done regular alerts, just dating Twitch ones. But we'll see. I should probably create a bit cooler, more interesting one. What's this color? You're sending me a short. And yeah, offset stuff. You know, we can do this. Let's watch from the beginning. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Try it again. So these are offset. And he's doing what? Alt Control G. Which would be snap. All right. Well, he undid that. Fair enough. Mesh tool. So he's now showing us the proper way to use it. All right. And he's doing that. He's doing bottom, which means this is going to select the bottom ones. Fair enough. Or the top ones. Not sure why he did it so quickly on that part, but align midpoint, I think. Average. Okay. That is, what was that option? Right. I mean, it is a good tool, especially what we're doing right now. Ooh, the saddle. That's a pain, isn't it? Oh well. Need to do it at some point. I think the bike is too short. I think we need to make it larger. That is not the correct way. This is the way. Oh, wait. No, we're fine. We're fine. Just kind of thinking I'm doing it backwards, but no, this could be the front. It's technically not, but we can rotate the entire thing later on. Let's make sure. Let's see. How should we do that part? Trying to think ahead. The monitor. How we should attach it. I'm thinking the easiest way would just to be create this thing. Item mode is not safe to be sat on? No. Certainly not. I wouldn't try it. All right. I'm thinking we're just going to go for it. Just break a neck. Break a leg, it's called, not a neck. Let's copy you. Move you over. Gonna then try and do another line. And you're flipping all over the place. Well, if we do it this way then there we go. Haha, I'm cheating. All right, so the benefit of having it this way rather than what we did earlier, because earlier I'm just adapted to with words. I just aligned the model to use inverts, right? But what we can do now is just a regular scale. Awesome. I'm now also realizing I need to go to roughly that part. Then we need to pick the top face, extrude up. We're also going to flatten it. The Z, then move it to the side. What happened? There's another extrude there. There we go. Mm. Nope. Verts closest. There we go. Guess we'd remove the face, didn't we? Yes, we did. Let's hide that part. Right. I want to wait the very last minute because I'm not looking forward to that part. I think I'm going to have to do a quick bio break once the next ad run comes along, which is what, in 20-ish minutes? Well, that's a bit off. So let's add patient scale, add bevels to this part. Hello, would you? Why are you reacting this way? I tip every break. Yay. That's what you want. See, I think we can just delete the top part. Hello. Next. What did I add you to? Yeah, like a 1. There you go. And this one? No, not another bevel. Sharpen. You have to do one of them at a time. Okay, 05. Let's do that instead. That's the same for you. Then sharpen. Let's finish off the monitor, I think. So I'm not sure if it just should be a thick monitor or if I should add some details to it. I think we could skip this part. Again, it's going to be quite simplistic. So I'd rather keep it to simple shapes, I guess. Would make sense otherwise. Let's do a cube. Make it like a tablet. Yep. I think we should. Slightly thicker one though. And I'm guessing. Let's see if we can get the placement correct first before we do anything else. I think that works. At least, again, block out placeholder, nothing else. Let's add cube to this part. That's not cube, that's a plane. I think we need a biggest bevel. I think this is too small. Because it won't show in the game, otherwise it might be too small. Now we do have something else. Then we need a knob. Let's see, cylinder. It doesn't need that many segments though. So I'm pretty sure if I do that, select, then do check a deselect, I should be able to delete every other one. There we go. Awesome. Probably just a bit lower down. There you go. How about the break? How about a short break? I'm not going to leave, but I kind of want to do something else. Nothing too serious. But it does mean I have to do a few things. Let's see. Wow. How does that work? Okay, I'm just going to try a few things. Let's see if this is going to work the way I'm expecting it to. No. Didn't I save that? I didn't. That's so dumb. Oh, right. I think I know it though. Yes. Yes. There you go. Add a cube, make the following error. Make a double face, extrude a vert and double edge. That sounds like a pain. Why you would want me to do that? I think I'm doing something wrong here. Yeah, we're not going to do this. I'll fix it up during days between stream. All right, I'll try it out. Just give me 1 second. We don't need that anymore. Why are you on that side? Go away. That's so dumb. All right. Sorry. Okay, we were talking about a cube. I'm going to try something, I guess. Add a cube, make the following error. Okay. Make a double face. The double face mean like doing a just regular extrude then, and don't move it anywhere. Something like this. Okay, and extrude. Double face. I guess that's a double face. Active cleanup and mesh tool. So I'm assuming we need to go back to this. And where is The active cleanup. I'm guessing cleanup. Okay. And then I'm selecting all of these. And just press 3. Did that actually fix it? No, not completely, but it looks good. I think there's a few points that are still overlapping. Yeah, there were a few, but yeah. That looked like it did what it said it would do. It's an active or a cleanup. Awesome. Those. Do I want to use a curve to make the handles? Or should I just extrude? The face wasn't doubled. It was extruded downward. Yes, true. Oh, so it's just like had I duplicated and it was an overlapping face. Is that was a mistake I made? That I extruded rather than just duplicate? All right. Yeah, well, it did fix the other two stuff, so yeah. All right. So cleanup is more of a, if it's an overlapping thing rather than what I did was well, the extrude thing would work had I not did the downward movement. Had I just left it as is, then I guess that would work too. I want you first selected. All right, should we? I'm trying to think if we want to go with a cylinder, do some multiple extrusions, or if we should just add a curve. We're going to try something. We're going to try a plane. We're then going to collapse that plane into a single little, assume somewhere. Where is it? I did that, kind of delete it. Okay, so that was not the point. Remove all but one. There we go. And we're going to move this one to cursor. Perfect. From the front, we're going to start extruding. And that will be... I'm not sure. Should it be like this? I rarely use these spikes. I have no idea how wide they are or not. Looks like something along these lines. You combined now. Why are you combined? That's so dumb. There we go. This is really a test. I'm not sure if this is going to work. All right. With that, we're now going to add... We don't need that. We're going to add a skin modifier. Where are you? Rotate everything on 3D cursor instead. I think the result would be roughly the same. But yeah, I could probably do that. I think this is going to be it's good enough because I'm going to add a skin modifier. Where are you? And then we're going to select So, just 1 second. I've done this before. It should work. Oh, is it? I knew it was something. No, there you go. I think I should use curve instead. I was hoping this would be easier to set up, but it is that corner. Or we could just do this. The reason I kind of want to do this is I feel it's easier to manipulate. Oh, actually, we should do this. We should grab these, add it to a vertex group. And then we're going to add a bevel. We can do vertex group. Oh, it needs to be this one, right? Do 4 for now. All right, so you're now working because what I didn't do is assign. There we go. But you're not supposed to do that. Yeah, well, I did now, but for some reason, it's doing this weird thing. Why is it doing that? Because it needs to be there. It needs to be this. That's why. There you go. Eventually I get there. Right, so the reason I'm doing it this way is that I hope by adding a subdiv on this, I'll get these. And we can then go in these vertex and thicken it up a bit. Actually, quite a lot, because it needs to be slightly on the cartoonish side. I think this works well. I mean, it's not exactly what's in the reference. There's a lot of details that are not there, but I think for a start, this is great. Every kid that exercise equipment. Yes, I will definitely create a brand around that idea. All right, so here we can try out that tool again. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to verts. I'm going to select these. All right. And then I'm going to select this one. Do Alt A. Question is though, should it be bottom? No. Right? No. Left? No. Top? None of these. Awesome. All right. Not as expected. We're just going to delete that face, by the way. I really don't care if I think about it. It could just be as is. Because no one's going to look underneath this part. So this is probably quite overkill, to be honest. But I do not care right now. Yeah, that's definitely overkill. But this is how far away you're going to see it. Like, oh, that's a nice bevel you done there. That's such a cool detail. Oh, it's 3,000 more everts. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can't see it, but it's cool. That's such a dumb idea. All right. Let's just add the final bevels to this one and move on to the saddle. I'm just going to do the same. Really? Oh, is there a... No. Why? No modifiers. There's scale, certainly, but didn't expect that. All right. Try again. There we go. No. Why? You're meant to go all the way around. Yeah, in the UI. Yeah, right. It might be the UI. Well, it might not be a problem. I mean, in the end, if it is a problem, I can always go back and fix it, right? But I'm thinking if it is in the UI, it's probably going to be a small image. You're not going to see it up close, be able to rotate it. It's just going to be a select this among other equipment, right? But that is a good point. The one I should keep in mind. Why isn't it going all the way around? It's meant to go all the way around. I'm using the wrong command. That's why. Let's go with that. Oh, okay, so it's time for the saddle. That's the part I'm not looking forward to. But I guess what we could just do is a quick... We're definitely going to need one roughly in this area. And let's add one this part. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Let's see. Buy our new machine. Pay $20 extra to have a bevel upgrade. And maybe make it a DLC. Of course, that's the DLC. What else could it be? I mean, in the game? Of course not. That's insane. I think this is a good base shape, isn't it? I think so. We can then... Oh, let's see. New idea. New idea. Let's delete these. Invert this one. Is that the I? No, it's not the I. B. It's double B. I have to get that way. All right, awesome. I have another idea then. We can do it the hard way. You want it up. I don't mind. I don't mind going all in. Should I just move this? I guess this part could be raised a bit. That kind of looks like a very low poly version of a bike, right? Comfy. Well, we're getting there at least. And again, Ooh, actually, we might want to keep. One of the reasons we might want to keep this part like this is for the shading or the shadows. Sometimes when you do a back face in Blender or in any game engine, really, I found that you tend to get bad shadows if you don't have back faces, or sorry, if you don't have properly facing geometry. It might not be an issue for us. I'm not going to take a chance. Assume this one needs to be rounded too. And this part certainly. Right, manifold. No, manifold is something different. Right, what is manifold again? Now I kind of need to look that up. I kind of know what it is, but I've never really... God dang it. That makes no sense. Let's do it this way. All right, so non-manifold is what I'm thinking of. You're thinking of manifold. Not sure what the difference is, to be absolutely honest. Well, you do have water type. I'm not sure if that's called manifold. There is another word for it. Or perhaps, since I can't remember what manifold means, you might be correct. I'm going to say you are until I'm dead sure you aren't. But yeah. No, what I'm thinking of is the back face, which means that you don't have, you have either an open. No, sorry. Let's go rewind. Back face would be where the normals pointing inwards, right? So you can see the back side of the face. The water type version is called, what is it called? Should know it. I really should, but nothing comes to mind right now. Let's see if I can figure it out at some point. This is kind of annoying. I hate when that happens. The love of pressing the wrong buttons. Let's see. Oh, GPT. All right, GPT is always right. A mesh is manifold if every edge connects to exactly two faces, no loose edges, no holes. There are no flipped normals or overlapping faces. It forms a closed volume like a cube or zip. There you go. Yeah. And that is pretty much what you said, isn't it? Yeah. So all I need is a manifold geometry. Yes, I do believe I do. I think I need that, or at least I need a at the bottom. I don't want a back face. I don't want a face that looks inwards towards the center of the geometry, because light can't bounce off that, right? That's why you're going to have these weird shadows. A mesh is non-manifold if an edge is shared by more than two faces, like a T-junction. Right. A hole exists in the mesh, missing face, two faces overlap or intersect, you have loose edges, or, okay, so that is quite a mouthful. But what I'm getting from it is proper geometry is manifold, which means enclosed. There's no overlapping stuff. Everything is proper. Like, hopefully what I have right now. Non-manifold will be what we fixed earlier with the cleanup tool, which is overlapping UVs that take up the same space but are not connected, or edges that are floating on top of each other. Flipped normals. I think they mentioned flipped normals in here somewhere. Or that was the part of the manifold explanation. No flipped normals. Right. Yeah. There you go. I should know these things because it's part of my education, but it's been a while. I think we could be quite happy with this saddle, apart from one thing. That is, this part needs to be beveled, I think. Yeah, I think we're all learning today. Yeah, it's good. Let's go. Dang it. Oh, that looks crap. What is this? What is this? Let's just do that. I don't think we need to worry about that part. You know what? It's not the most beautiful I've ever seen. In fact, it's terrible. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. I could, yeah, I definitely could. What I don't liking right now is the feeling of this bevel right here. I want it more curved. Which means I should revert. Let's go back. Can I go back? I can. Let's try this way. All right. That's me missing an ad. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Meanwhile, so I'll be right back. And in the meantime, that was too quick. I'll be back in roughly 2 minutes. See you in a bit. Right. I think I'm back. I think everything's working as it should. All right, we are. Let's finish up this part. I mean, this is terrible. That is horrendous. Mm. I'm going to leave this saddle for the next time. What we're going to do instead, with the remaining time, is, let's see. 1 second. There we go. All right. So what we're going to do for the last minute or so, minute, the last part of the stream, is I'm going to try a new material in Unreal. So we're going to, let's open another scene. Let's go with, I think we could go with this one. No, not that one. Which one was it that I had all the plates in it? Not the barbell, right? There we go. We're going to isolate these and do it that way. So roughly, let's see, the idea will be 20s will be, I would guess, blue, 10s, greens. The 5 kilograms, I don't think they have color, like a color that's universal. I've seen white, I've seen black. Let's go with black. Yes, let's go with black. So what I'm trying to do now is we're going to go to Vertex Paint. Oh, sorry, we need to, I'm pretty sure we need to select all faces first. There we go. Then Vertex Paint. We can make sure this is selected so we are on all faces. We can try it out by Control X. No, apparently not. Olympic uses colorful ones too. Yeah, I'm just not sure if it's the, so I'm pretty sure 20 kilograms is usually blue, at least what I have in my gym. Greens, which is 10 kilograms. 15 is yellow, but I'm not sure about 5. I've seen, maybe it's red, by the way. No, it's not red, because red will be 25s. I'm not sure about white. I've seen, oh, sorry. I'm not sure about 5 kilograms. I've seen them be white, though. We might go with that. However, why isn't it? So it is. Hang on. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I don't like this. For some reason, the blender I use at work has a different shortcut for fill in Vertex Paint than I have on mine, which is slightly annoying. Is this black though? It doesn't look like black, does it? What if we do? Wait, is this really? No, there's something else. I'm missing something. There is a way. What hit? I was. My colleague showed this to me. I can't remember where. All right, here we go. Use an attribute, right? Right. Shading. We need to new. See if I can remember all these things. Oh, I don't like the way Blender works. I think it's this one. That needs to go to base color. Right. Nothing else. Somewhere. Is it floats? No, it should be color, right? I'm not sure if this is true. Grays 5 kgs. I've never seen grays before. That might be Olympic stuff, though. I never seen it in a commercial gym. But we could go with that. Okay. That's not what I want. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here, to be completely honest. No, there you go. Yes. And is it because of this part? Is it because of this? It is. All right. That's something to know. If we add an attribute to vertex and then color, vertex color, right? And we deselect, where are you? Do I need to go back to modeling? Yes. And we can do attribute. So if we have, instead of material color, we can add attribute color. And that gives me a complete black one. Awesome. You have sent me something. What is it? Oh. All right. So no. All right. So this is great. But 5 kilograms would be that darkish blue rather than the gray. The gray one is 2.5 kilograms. You have 25s at the back, red, 20s, blue, 15s, yellow, green, 10s, then 5s, and lastly, 2.5. That would make sense to me. I didn't know that there were that type of blue, though, right? Awesome. Yeah, I can definitely use this one. So we're going to save it. I'm going to add it to our reference bank. And then we're going to adjust size. Scale, I believe. No, not scale. Why is the difference between normalized size and normalized scale? Don't know. You're going to be my reference bank. You know that? What is this? This will be... Yes, we do need one of these, or similar to it. Because one thing I hate about the gym is when people just leave stuff on the ground. I hate even more when people don't put them back on the proper peg. They use different pegs. They have probably 25s at the top, which is not a problem for me. But if you're someone who can carry a 10th of what I do, and maybe you're 20 years older than I am, or even younger, which means you probably shouldn't be at the gym if you're 12 or something. Either way, please, the heavy weights at the bottom, the lighter ones at the top. It makes sense, but people don't want to do it. I don't know why. And it's now I'm built up. God dang it. All right. Focus. Why are you sending me that? What is this? Oh, that's nice. Ooh, that's really nice. That kind of hits the right spot in like the OCD category. Yes, something like that. Actually, that is something I've never seen before. Usually there will be like the previous one where you had that triangle tape like shape to it. Or you would have some kind of centerpiece, like a cylinder where you have pegs sticking out to the sides. But I do like that one. I really do. I do see a downside with it though, not for the game. For the game, I'm gonna suggest this because I like it. But in real life, so what the problem is, you think it's more accessible? I'm gonna argue against it. And here's why. Yes, if you put the lightweights at the top, we're gonna do this because I didn't show it to anyone. So here's the thing. If you put the lightweights at the top, you're fine. I think you're fine. However, remember, you're going to have your hands in this position if you want to reach them. I'm not 100% sure how tall this would be. So maybe I'm not really thinking this through. In my head, I thought it was taller, but it might not be that tall now think about it. So 25's roughly this. Plus, perhaps we're only talking about like 1.20 meters, which in feet roughly, let's say 4 feet tall. That's not bad. So my initial rage isn't that was unfounded. No, I was thinking if it's tall enough for you to stand this way, even with 5s and 10s, that could eventually really hurt your shoulders. So this position, you really don't want to lift heavy stuff or even light stuff in this position. I used to work for a company where every 2 weeks you had the morning shift, and your job the first 2 hours were to restock shelves. And they took it really seriously, the idea of not lifting all the time with your hands like this, like you're moving them up like this. I'm going to move it like this. Because eventually you will get wear and tear at your shoulders. It was a really big thing because they invested a lot of money to make sure people didn't do those things, and that when you were in the cash register, rather than moving stuff with your arms, you were forced or not. Well, you were greatly encouraged to use the buttons, which had the conveyor belt just move along. You wanted to touch a few things as possible because you would eventually start lifting stuff. Not good. What's this? Dimensions. Height. Height's 160 or even 170. So maybe my rage part wasn't that bad in either. Anyways, no, 170, that's tall. I'm 190, which means that 170 is just like around my chest area. Which would mean you would take 5s like this. That's not the worst because you can lower your shoulders, and I think that could probably give you more support because you don't want to be this way. I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather have it like waist height for the top part, and then you have to certainly bend down to pick up the heavy ones, but then you can just bend your knees and do it like a proper squat. So no, I'm not a fan, but I like the idea of having them at the back of a wall. Although the NPCs in my game would then have to do that stupid thing, but it's a game. We can get away with it. So yeah, we might use that one. But right now, we need colors because I don't have much more time this evening. So I kind of want to get this started, which means this one needs a different color. It needs to be red. So probably not the sharpest red you've ever seen. Looks like it's kind of dull red. This is fine. There we go. Well, you know what? Let's go with blues. Weight painting. Let's do a flip. There we go. Slightly dull blue. It doesn't have to be perfect this time around because I'm just experimenting with the thing. And that is vertex paint. Let's do a yellow. Would not be in that way. Dang it. That's okay. So the vertex color is going to be the base color. That's it. That's pretty much it. But the reason I want to try it out is that I also want to see if I can use this vertex color as a mask. Can I extract only like the red color? And is that bright enough to have a mask? So I can also make some of them metallic, perhaps. And also the big thing is I want this material, the mouse material, to be as versatile as possible. so that I can reuse it for everything. That's the main idea. And also, I want to try and remember how to import vertex colors. Let's see. Acid Zoo. And if you don't know, Control E while having something selected will open. In this case, I'm opening multiple, so it's going to ask me to do this. But it will open the edited window for that mesh. So cool thing. And next, we're going to search for vertex. No, we're not. And why is that? Has it been some changes? That's it. It might have. Where is the visualizers? Never worked with attribute color. Interesting. I might check it out. I don't know much about it, but it seems to be fairly new, as far as I know. So yeah, I learned like a month ago. I'm not sure if all the details, like what you can do with it, but it seems to be connected to geometry nodes in some way, or perhaps it's an old thing. I'm just rambling right now, so don't take everything I say seriously. But it looks like there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. So yeah, I recommend. However, where is... Oh, wait. I haven't done this yet. And I might even do this. First. There we go. Okay. Vertical import. Replace. Yes. Right? It's replace, isn't it? But where can I see vertex colors? Do I need to do it in the scene, or can't I see it? I should be. There we go. Yes, perfect. Awesome. That is what we want. Where was it? Where was it? This one is not... Oh, can I do that? Perfect. I think they fixed that part, because usually before this, you had to go into the details menu, find vertex color option, then turn it from, I think it was ignore, then you have to turn it on to replace. I think that might have changed that to default as replace now, which I like, which I really like. But now why not? Do I need to do this? Oh, material. Oh, right. Right. You have material on you. Was it overkill to use this? Okay, so I'm actually going to remove this, I think. I'm still going to have... Oh, I don't need it in shader. Seems like I'm only needed it as... I need to look into this more, because I'm thinking I'm missing something. Wait, what aren't you giving me? There you go. And just do this one more time. Face, vertex, go blue. I might not need to do that part, actually. No, I didn't. All right, awesome. Do this again. Send to Unreal. No, wait, I forgot. You need to be gone. Now we sent to Unreal. Hopefully, we don't have any errors. We do have errors. Why? Why? So what happened? Everything was working. All right, so it's almost 11:30. I guess we'll find out eventually, yeah. But it is almost 11:30, and I'm going to have to call it. But before we do that, we're going to do one more thing. That is update this part, which is a to-do list. And the to-do is to... Exactly. I'm going to have to call it earlier the next few streams, going to midnight and everything else going on. It's heavy toll on me, unfortunately, but we'll see what in future has for us. Finalize the saddle. That's probably going to be the next stream. And export. Blender. Thank you, Cobbler. It's always fun to have you here too. You're adding a lot to my stream, so I'm really grateful for that. All the new stuff I'm learning. That's amazing. And of course, great company. All right, I think that's it. Oh, you need me to save? No, we don't. Do that later. And let's close this. Save. And second here. Right. I think I'm just going to end it at this point. There's nothing really new happening moving forward. We're going to continue with the models, making sure they are up to date and everything like that. There's probably going to be a few more streams going forward, but I still want to do that Amnesia, or at least one streaming game, either Amnesia or one game related to this project, such as Super Mario Sim or Game Dev Tycoon. I think that's the name of it. I think that could be fun to kind of break it down a bit. Just play for like maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, perhaps the entire stream, depending on how fun it is, right? And I think did we get a new viewer in? If so, we're actually kind of ending this stream now. But if you're here, if you're kind of interested in what I'm doing, which is Blender stuff, creating games, then please consider giving me a follow. And perhaps watch the VOD highlight clips if you get something you like from this stream. All right. As always, I'm rambling. So final thing I'll say, please follow if you like what I do. I'm also on YouTube, Every Kindle Studio. Big plans for that channel. Well, big for me, and I hope you like it. And it's going to be this week, no later than next week. And next stream is on Thursday. Caller, as always, thank you. And for any lurkers out there, have a good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are. And I'll see you all on Thursday. Bye-bye.